Well, good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Hello, NB. Greetings, Eli. Doomsday. William, I shall be taking my nagging duties seriously. You must end on time so eating can commence. Well, I will be doing my best for that. Enjoying myself some coffee because it's not a good morning without coffee. I am curious when Tev is going to get wake up though, because she's sleeping like a rock, out like a light. Probably didn't fall asleep all that easily last night. If I had to guess, I was a lot more tired than her. But when I woke up this morning, nothing roused her. Seemingly not, anyway. You forgot that Bill is short for William. It is. It is a thing. It is a thing. I mean, most people know the man as Bill Clinton, but his name is actually William. So, like, that's a thing. That's probably the most high profile example of it that I know of. No, no, wait, Bill Gates. His name isn't Bill. His name is actually William. People just call him Bill. Bill from True Blood. Never seen True Blood. Bill Strife, the capitalist guy. What's got you astonished there, NB? I'm confused. Get the spoon out of this. Are you serious? What about like Bill Gates? Yeah, I am. His name is William Henry Gates. It's a great show, and I thought your wifey would have you watch it. Oh, okay. True Blood. Well, I don't, I don't think Tev has watched True Blood either. She would be in for a treat if she did. I'll tell you that much. Meanwhile, Doomsday over here. What is True Blood? Oh boy. It's Media Discussion Monday. Uh, as for Bill Clinton, his birth name was William Jefferson Blythe the Third. I don't know how his name got changed to Clinton, but William Jefferson Blythe the third. Y'all are blowing my mind. The Discord would love that show. Everyone fucking, everyone hot. Oh my god. Blythe? Yeah. Blythe. What a name, right? Anyways, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're all doing okay in this morning hour. I guess I'll end my horny rant. Yeah, be careful there. Don't get yourself too worked up. Wouldn't want you to suffer a spontaneous orgasm or anything. Not during stream, anyway. Maybe in your own time, sure. Go for it. During stream? Oh, so inappropriate. Save it for the OnlyFans. No one would know. And if it was involuntary, that's not my fault. No, but it is your problem. Alright, here we go.
Alright, that new game smells wearing off. Let's just get down to business.
Where did we leave off? Good question. I am so seriously taking my time with this game that I do not altogether remember what's happening. You love the main menu? It's pretty original.
Spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
I can feel that the game is running a little bit sluggish at this moment. That new game smell. Okay, let's check our journal and see what on earth we've got to do here. The cats are acting a bit strange today. And I thought I just heard a knocking. Bit of a dreary day. Overcast and everything. Then the cats act all weird. You're like, is there a murderer waiting outside my front door? Okay, let's go turn in additional comic books that we found. I was in the shower today and my dog started barking at something that he saw outside. Like, ran out of the shower like, what's wrong? God. There's a special type of, like, awful where it's like, oh, like, I am naked and I am wet and now there is a threat. Like, you don't feel more threatened than when you're naked, you know? Well, he was in a full-ass tizzy.
Greetings. Something new to report?
I have 4 more volumes.
Ah, well, then here are your rewards, per earlier terms discussed. I trust you'll find it all useful. Return with the remaining 5 volumes to complete the set, and I shall provide you the rarest rarities available to me.
Woohoo! That's 5, half of them done. Yeah, of course my brain goes to, Josh is dead on the floor, and, you know, if you don't get out right now, you're gonna not be able to save him. Yay, anxiety. I just grab my battle axe and stare down my intruder naked. You really have one? That's sweet. Bought it at Amazon. Oh, if you bought a battle axe on Amazon, that it's not combat ready. We all know how this works. We can just fast travel over here. Is this the church? Yeah, this is the church. So... in search of purloined propaganda. Okay, so I'm about to walk into no man's land here. What was the purpose of this? Oh, the routine reconnaissance of rare field resources. Auntie's Choices reported sightings of clusters of the valuable flora Heartless, the flora in 2 locations. The vicinity of Automech Repair Center in the southeast of the island and a point somewhere east of the bridge crossing the ravine that bisects the island laterally. Heartless Lefera is a Lephoria is a tall flowering plant with primarily magenta leaves, red petals, and a large black center. It is often seen growing in and around xeranium gas for either a natural source or a man-made leak. Oh. Kind of surprised you can buy a weapon like that online. But then again, this is America. Of course you can buy weapons online. They always get delivered by USPS. God. I might feel safer with a battle axe. I gotta look into this. Knowing me, I'd drop it and cut off my foot. It was a Viking-style battle axe. Ooh, sexy too. Wait, is Viking stuff sexy? If it isn't apparent, I have a big thing for Viking. I have a thing for big Viking dudes. Really. Okay, so let's back up a bit here. Give that serenium gas. Okay, and like the possibility of a flower somewhere near the southeast, near the robot facility. I'm fine. Only stepped on a mine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound, and I'm missing 5. Oh no, 6 toes. I also have a broken shovel handle fashioned into a club. Yes, Vikings are sexy? Is that not a common thing? Oh dear. Oh dearie me. This is not something I knew of. Okay, so we found the flowers around the crater. Let's fast travel out to the repair center. Let's look for flowers around the zeranium gas once again. I'm guessing that I can find the zeranium link around the back here. Probably in this area that I can find the flowers. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, so can I make it up here? No, I gotta go around. Well, that sure as hell looks like one of the flowers I'm looking for. Alright, cool. It appears to be everything that I needed. Just take a gander up the rocks here, see if there's anything else of interest. Probably not. Looking kind of empty. Looking kind of empty. Okay, so that also explains the True Blood thing, because Alexander Skarsgård is, in that show, is a Viking vampire with long hair. Oh my. Let's go to the Arbiter training facility. Hopefully it doesn't deposit me in a spot that's not okay. You're close to the edge of the map. That's because I'm edging right now, you know. And you can only edge if you get to the edge of the map. Hello, Northern Pyro. Greetings and welcome. Alright, here's our friend.
You're back, and in one piece. I assume you have good news and haven't forgotten where you were going or what you were supposed to be doing?
Have a little faith in me, will you? I've verified both locations.
I was hoping for at least one, but both at once? Exceptional. None of my lab assistants are ever this efficient. And since you're so good at this, I have another job for you. There's a type of rare mineral called ferrochromium. It's yellowish in color and typically forms in rocky, mountainous areas or caverns. Our data points to the east coast of the island, the far southwest, and just this side of the ravine, almost straight north of here. Same rules as before. You keep what you find.
Actually, I've already verified some of those.
You were born for this! Oh, this is so exciting.
Level up, eh? As is the case always, just keep leaning on the skills that I already have. And no perk points to spend either. Hello, Cyber. How you doing? Did you see that video on Discord where someone was holding an edging conversation? It was so funny. Oh god. No, I did not. Level up. Nearly got stuck at the end of the driveway yesterday trying to go out shopping. Did you get snowed in? Like, this is a question... I feel that that NB's question is what makes the most sense here. Okay, right. So, journal. Confirm the location of the deposit of ferrochromium in the southwest area of Paradise Island. A cave-like pass in the southwest, a small cave on the east coast, and the southern edge of the ravine due north of the surveyor. That you should have given me locations for this. Routine reconnaissance. Okay, cool. So, we'll fast travel back here, and we'll do the next section of this. Four to 5 inches of snow, not too bad, but due to having to stop and look for traffic on the road meant I had no momentum to keep going. Oh, jeez. Just had to move some snow with my foot, and I was able to move again. Plus some rocking back and forth. I'm in a subcompact car, for reference. Man. I don't think I've been caught in snow very often in my life. But then again, snow isn't really all that common where I live, so... Okay. Further collected reports have identified 3 potential locations which may contain the valuable mineral ferrochromium, a cave-like pass in the southwest, a small cave off the east coast, and the southern edge of the ravine due north of the surveyor. So... maybe this little outcropping is it? I don't think it's here. What if it's kind of down this little cliff here? Oh, it's got to be down here. There are crabbles that I haven't killed yet. Guess that means going all the way down to the other end and doubling back this way. I don't see a route onto the beach from over here. After save. Quick save for the win here. Come on. I don't think I can get down this cliff without, like, eating it, but we'll try. Can't believe that worked.
Let me know
That
when you
is-
need a distraction. They did me in. Help me out.
For help, but help?
I hate to ask for help, but, help?
Knew you had my back.
Yep, I had your back. That's why you got up after the combat was over. You guys are fantastic cannon fodder, man. Saved my life so much. Whew. Found someone who was half-eaten over here. Crabbles certainly are hungry. You live where there's super winter and you drive a compact car? You, sir, need an SUV. If I lived up in the hills, I might have a car with all-wheel drive, but it's a modern city. We have snowplows, you know. Plus, with the amount of snow we got, it could still be blown out by the lanes, be blown out of the lanes by passing traffic. They plow all the time by me, but I still can't get out of my neighborhood workout four-wheel drive, and everyone forgets how to drive in winter and spins out. Man, without four-wheel drive. Yeah, okay. That is I'm in a road maintenance area, so my road actually gets plowed before the collector is attached to it. Plowed by a private contractor, not the government. Oh my god. Screams and points. Okay, so NB. Here's an important, valuable message for you. Anytime you see a bot, we use the Navi emote. That's what we use on this channel to notify the bots. I see that emote, I know that there's a bot happening. What are you doing? What are you looking down for? No wonder you were looking down. Harker showed up, and he's trying to eat your kibble. Okay, thanks. I didn't know. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It's one of those things, you know. And God, I've been streaming so long. There's so many things where it's like, yeah, this is just an established norm, and I have no clue how long ago it got established. The Navi emote is not new either. So, hello Sheila, how you doing? Greetings and welcome. Harker's in the room and he just goes like, zooms right away. All right, let's check inside. Oh. Okay, Ratchet, what are you doing? Oh. Yeah. NB. Ha. Tip. NB. No messages, just a tip. NB is the message. So what are we at now? 40, I think? Or was it 35? I don't remember. On a trip, are you, Sheila? Wow. Enjoy yourself. All of this talk about snowy weather and everything. We got rain today, and it's a touch on the warm side. Because of all the cloud cover, it's keeping extra amounts of warmth on us. That being said, it's not necessarily warm out. We're only hitting 63. That's warmish. That's not warm, in my opinion. Listen, I just tip you. You got to keep track. Would it surprise you if I haven't had time to? Okay, Ratchet, what are you doing? You can't just go shifting around on me like this, okay? You're already on thin ice because I usually don't let you be on my freaking lap while I'm gaming. Here we go, ferrochromium. Alright, I found all of the stones and rocks here. Now to just head north. Oh, God, Ratchet. Oh, jeez. I have very thin pants on right now, and he is really going at it with his claws. Oh boy. And you don't seem to know how to get comfortable and just stay in one spot. Northern Pyro just hit a 5-stream streak. Well, hey, nice. I hope that you enjoy. 5 stream. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I am so scatterbrained today. Hello, Ratchet. Yep. You're pawing at my hand because I'm not touching you. Oh, not just a trip, you're also moving. Well, stay safe, yeah? Okay, can I use my hands, or am I gonna have to evict you? I'm trying to play a game here, buddy. I love you so much, but I'm trying to play a game. I'm trying to do my job here, which is in part talking to people, and the other part is actually playing games. And somehow I got your fur between my teeth. Ugh. "63 in the summer would be a cooler day." Yeah. Well, for where I live, 60s are a little bit on the... a touch warm. Not very warm for the area and the season that we have. All right, Ratchet. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Stop eating. NB, I swear. Okay. Okay, I can focus on the game again because he's now entertaining himself with the food bowl. Ooh! Oh, God, I forgot that I had followers.
Let me handle this.
I can feel the game chugging right now. Not entirely certain what the cause for it is. It didn't feel like it was doing this much chugging whenever I was, Okay. Bit further, and I'll be there. Hello, Kato. How you doing? Fuck yeah, he swears. Hey Strive, having fun in the Outer Worlds too? It's okay. It's pretty decent. This looks like it might be the type of cave that I'm looking for. A Raptidon cave, of course. Okay, I looked in this cave expecting some sort of a crystal material, but there's nothing. Oh, there's a Raptidon. Oh!
Your insides are leaking out. Give the order, and I'll take care of them, Commander.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, I'll have to use one. Okay, there's supposed to be some sort of a cave around here for me to look into. Probably down on these cliffs here. I haven't been in this area, I don't think. So... that being said, let me,
Liquidate him!
I do
Commander,
not
watch
understand.
your vitals.
I was getting such reasonable frame rates the last several times that I played this game, and now it's just like chugging to high heaven here.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Wind-borne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rap's nest. Certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
Trying to be like all high and mighty and like sophisticated, and then immediately, oh god, oh no, we need to run. Oh, we. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Kato. I'm hoping to have a new city building game to play soon. It's called City State Metropolis, and early access is supposed to come in Q1 26. I keep, like, part of me keeps forgetting that it is 2020, 5, you know? It still feels like COVID was just yesterday. Like, I saw a social media post where it was like, oh, a relic of COVID, and, like, it's easy to forget that, like, kids have gone into high school and left high school since COVID, you know? So, just absolutely wild. So I've wandered outside the area of the search. Welcome to getting old, Strife. Yeah, being old. Yeah. Why are you doing this, Strife? Why am I doing what, Kato? I think it's geezer time now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, I forgot to get that window up. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. Getting critiques ready, are you? Don't worry about it. All I know is that things were better back in my day. Back then I was young, and I'm not anymore. Alright, I confirmed what is this? Ferrochromium. Fierce chromium. Why does anybody want chromium that's fierce? I remember whenever I was young, we were happy with just chromium. It was nice and shiny, and we were like, hey, that's good enough. It's nice and shiny. But now, the kids these days, they need their chromium to be fierce or something. It's ridiculous, I tell you. And it's not sanitary either. These freaking kids. Them and their stupid TikToks and YouTube shorts. Back whenever I was young, we were fine with 5-minute YouTube videos. These days, you either have to do it as a short. It's not the same. It's unacceptable. These fools that decided that vertical video was so important to their stupid brain rot. They decided that they made it an entire format. It was not okay. It's absolutely ridiculous. We used to make fun of people who went and shot video in vertical format. And now we have these stupid TikToks and stuff. They're all in vertical format. It is it's untenable. You have two eyes. They're right next to each other. In horizontal, that's the reason why we have widescreen. Vertical video is some of the biggest waste. You see how much of the screen you don't even see because of all of the stupid things you can tap around the edges of it? The comment buttons, the likes, the dislike, the next video situation. It's just, what's the point of like 90% of the screen when the real estate is just taken up by controls for interacting with the videos instead of watching them? Whatever happened to that? We used to watch videos. We didn't comment on them. Unless we really liked them. We stopped the video to comment. Sometimes we even complained about the video before we finished watching it, but that was an extreme. We had to sit down at a computer for the internet too. You wanted to see something on the internet, you had to find a desktop computer and sit there and use a mouse and a keyboard.
Looks like a fight.
Nowadays, what do kids do? They watch the videos on their stupid phones and they complain that it's not vertical enough. And the vertical video is terrible for everything. You know why? Because they have to be short. And it's pushed YouTube videos into just being super long all the time now.
ready to waste them. On your command.
More high security lockbox. It's just the way that I like it. Alright, I have red spore samples. I can't fathom how this might be something that the scientist is also going to want. We were happy with our flashes and our new grounds, with all of the filth that was available there. If you were really okay with if you were a fine person, you could also go back and experience Homestar Runner and Strong Bad. Trying to walk the dog while watching, which isn't to be confused with some sort of a innuendo about sexual gratification. It turns out that the old man voice is just that sexy, and you have to go and walk the dog because of it, you know. Anyways, let's talk.
My favorite new scout. Did you find the ferrochromium deposits?
I did. All of them, in fact.
All of them? Oh, once I'm free to roam again, I am going to make a heap on these. Going to have finder's rights and royalties on half the island. Thanks heaps for your help, friend. I hope those resources you found help you turn a big profit. And here's a bonus for you. Well, that's plenty for me to run claim paperwork on for now. Just by way of a heads up, our scouts never made it to the North Island. There could be more there.
You mean you haven't surveyed all of Paradise Island yet?
You seem surprised. No, it wasn't the highest priority, and not worth the risk of a foray to the North Island. Ferrochromium and Heartless Lephoria are relatively rare and valuable, but aren't new. We first set lamps on them elsewhere in Arcadia. Not to worry, though, friend. There's lots of other much more rare resources out there that might even be unique to a single moon. Get out there and get surveying.
Thanks for the good advice. I'll keep that in mind. See you another time.
Back in my day, we walked uphill both ways to buy a copy of this new game called Spore. I'm literally walking stout. Don't talk shit about my baby like that. I'm not talking shit about your baby. I'm talking shit about you. There's a difference. Let's return to the incognito. Valerie's mod kit. Kit of supplies to mod and upgrade Valerie's blaster and armor. Visit a workbench to select which mod to use. Companion mod kits. You have acquired a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapons and armor. These mods increase the damage and armor values of their equipment respectively, as well as granting additional bonuses. Each companion has a basic and an advanced kit that must be found, with the latter granting the access to the more powerful mods. Remote detonator and heavy rounds. I only have 4 out of the 8 advanced decryption keys necessary to open this high-security lockbox, which is utter and complete freaking bumpkus.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
Thank you so very much, Valerie. I never would have been able to put 2 and 2 together without you. Not like I was crafting shit before you came along, I'm just saying. I remember when you could buy an NES for a nickel. Alright. I'm feeling relatively finished here. When was the next journal entry that I have to chase down? Something around here. Tiny metal death petals. Oh, tiny metal death pellets. There's a difference there. Minister Milverstreet, inspired by your success in retrieving the mental refreshment data, would like you to do something else for him. Talk to him to find out what it is. Alright, I guess we could go talk to Milverstreet. Oh my, I never had an NES or an SNES or a 64 or a PS1. You're talking about game consoles I have all packed away in my closet over there. It's good times. Back whenever you only got 2 games a year and you had to squeeze every last drop out of them by exploring everything. And we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the internet to tell us where to find everything, so we had to do it all ourselves the hard way. I had a PS1, it was my first console. Got it when I was 9.
Can't believe some of those Protectorate Hall heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment.
Let them simmer in their cells for a spell. Less able bodies muscling in on our contracts.
Just got mine stamped and signed. Officially on the payroll for another 78 days. Including today. Not that I'm counting.
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy pit-pot silver.
Alright, it's telling me to buy more ammunition. Go ahead and just... Sure, buy that. That's good. Bought some ammunition. Gotta just craft some ammunition, satisfy the game. Oopsie. Party upgrades. Right, I have to have Val with me in order to apply the party upgrade. Of course, that's the way that it works. It's fine, it's good. Better than nature. Oh, right, I'm trying to find the other stuff.
You know what? You got about 14 minutes of accent instead of just the normal 10. Can't believe that the Federal Reserve is phasing out the penny. How that's happening is very unique, but then again, I can't recall the last time that pennies actually were useful. It costs like 3 cents to make 1 cent. That's like a bit ridiculous in all honesty.
Ooh la la.
Ooh, NB just gifted a tier 1 sub to Cyber Snatcher. Thank you very much. Alright, didn't Milford have something else for me? Milford or... oh no, Milver Street. I have to notice, Milver Street, that your display up... like, it is busted. This is so busted. Do you see it sparking? Milford Street? Is that what you call yourself? Though maybe getting rid of them with no real plan, thus leaving businesses in the lurch, wasn't the best ways of doing things. Well, there are all sorts of ways that you could figure it out, but fucking rude. You're welcome. Alright. Let's go ahead and actually, like, make a proper save. I think you have to be in your 40s to be a MILF. God, I hope so. Strife, I'm in the character creator and I've selected 2 positive traits and I can apparently make it so I can't gain or lose reputation with a faction and be true neutral. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. Nobody has given anything to the channel in a hot minute. Why is a hype train starting now? I honestly don't know. When do you think the MILF stage starts? I mean, the M stands for mom, as Northern Pyro says. Thank you for the 200 bits there, Kato. If you're a mom, you can be a MILF. Like, here's the thing. I had a friend who she was pregnant at the age of 20. And immediately the joke started about like, oh yeah, my favorite MILF, you know. So, yeah, it was a thing. That's you. The only prerequisite there is the fact that you have to be a mom. Thank you very much for that 100 bits there, Doomsday. Nah, it's 50s and 60s. You're thinking cougars. That's different. Strife would be a DILF. I don't know that I have DILF status. I mean the other half of it, you like the M being a mom, but then the LF is the other half of it. You know, you can have show damn biddies. you and the unicorn thing. Still attest that like there's an entire like rainbow pastel option there for like for outfitting, costuming, clothing style. Thank you very much for the 200 bits there, NB. Thank you very much for that 100 bits, Pyro. Favorite MILF and why is it Elastigirl? So like it's two-sided. Like you have to like there's a prerequisite that you yourself have to fulfill. Either being, in this case, being a mom. But the other half of it is something that some other people have to admit to, which is wanting to fuck, you know? So like you both have to be fulfilled. You can only do half of it on your own. The other half relies on other people being willing to admit something. Like MILF does not necessarily mean anything is happening. It is an acknowledgement of one person having some sort of a status element and another person admitting some amount of desire to doing something, okay? One person with status and another person with a desire to do something, whether or not it's executed on, is entirely secondary.
Ooh la la.
Oh my word. Thank you very much for that subscription there, Doomsday. It's great to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride. Welcome to the stream and enjoy yourself while you're here. Take my money, damn it. Honestly, Will looks good in shorts, just a fact. Cyber Snatcher, are you talking about like the short shorts that I last wore because like we had an unexpected warm up, or are we talking about you talking about just like normal old shorts? So I would be a wilf then? Oh, this makes me feel strange. This makes me feel very strange when you put it that way. Mark that accent is finished. I was talking about me, not Will. I know, and because of the way that it sounds, it's like, this gives me pause. So Tev is a Vilf, a vampire. I'd like to fuck a Vilf. You could say that she's a Vilfin. Get it? Villain. Vilfin. So to my husband, I'd be a wife my husband would like to fuck. Yeah, I suppose that's a way to put it. And how filthy. God. Okay. I'm talking to Milver Street.
Pardon me for being preoccupied. I've got Westport on my mind. All those prodigal, sad, sorry refugees. All that wasted potential.
I'm looking for someone. Do you know the name Augustine de Veers?
I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure.
You know, Acquisitions Officer Carr mentioned she wanted me to sabotage the automech repair center.
Carr wishes to use dubious military intelligence to justify a foolhardy assault, and she's treating you as her personal courier. It concerns me that she's asked you for assistance. Surely you're not considering aiding her.
Hard to say, if you've got a counteroffer.
Anything you desire, so long as you agree to aid me instead.
Excuse me. God, this game is just... It is chugging right now. It was not doing this the last time that I fired it up. I might need to like save and quit and then restart it. Let's do that. Let's save and quit here. Just let it close down. His sideburns are incredible. A regular Van Buren-looking dude. He looks like he should be our 28th president. That sounds about right. I love his look. My word. Thank you so much for that hype train, everyone. Hello, Ratchet. No, you're not coming up here. You're not coming up. Woo. Woodrow Wilson, though he's kind of thinner looking. Oh, right, it has to... Oh, man. It's generating shaders. Why does it have to generate the shaders every single time? I'm so confused by this. Do you want kibble, Ratchet? Here. It's the best I can do for you. You're not coming up in my lap.
Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before then.
The snark that this game has. I could see him at the League of Nations. Oh my word. That didn't really fix anything, but okay, well, that's just the way that it's gonna be. Oh well. What's this? Dear father, mother, guardian name, I regret to inform you that son, daughter, child, employee, rank, first name, last name, was killed in action at location on date. I know the sorrow that this message brings you, but no, soldier rank, last name, was a valuable Auntie's Choice asset, and that their contribution to the war effort on Eden will not be forgotten. Sincerely yours, Babylon Carr, Acquisitions Officer. What a wonderful cookie cutter message for someone dead. Oh wee. What do we have here?
Available appropriated protectorate lodgements. Augustine de Vere's house, red trim, circle windows. Oh, so you could figure out which house is hers this way. Huh. That's unexpected. I was so into making how my character looks, I didn't pay attention and gave my character prosthetics for all their limbs. God. Fairfield's a big chunk of run around it. Fairfield's a bit chunky to run around in sometimes. Yes, I'm feeling that so thoroughly, especially since I love to be so thorough in these games. Fun fact, it's been 115 going on 116 years since we've had a president with facial hair. Wow. When did beards fall out of fashion? Oh, right, 116 years ago. Okay, so... I need to find the person trapped in the lab. That is one that is still escaping me right now. So let's just fast travel. See if we can manage to get into that lab. Dog walk complete.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life? Outside our lab? No. No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Commencing termination.
Kind of fits my character since my character has the sickly trait. Oh my. The sickly trait, you say? Alright.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place? You want high security? I'll give you high security! Did you have an appointment? How those standards working for you now? Huh?
I'm not superfluous. You're superfluous.
Got troublemaker.
I simmered down and looked around. They were all dead.
Whatever went wrong here, I wager it's got to do with that red substance. Might be best we look and don't touch.
I heard that.
Impeccable. Impeccable. I do not take kindly to interruptions.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
I'm trying to do this the nice way.
Help me out.
Oh. I'm back. Power went out for a bit. Oh, did it? Oh, that's not great, but good to have you back. Wow. For a while, facial hair got associated with unsavory types. Walt Disney banned facial hair because of its association with carnies. Huh. Walt Disney also hated a ton of people. No, Walt Disney, he wasn't a checkered character at all. The facial hair thing was at the parks specifically. Disneyland was the first theme park, so Walt wanted to make a good impression. Personally, I don't believe the anti-Semitism allegations. Okay. Just not even going to go there.
Eyes up. Hostiles.
Aggressors in range.
What was that?
Nothing at all.
You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes.
God damn it, these stupid flowers. Oh, thank God it closed on its own. Jeez. Okay. We've made it inside without having to deal with any of the assholes. Chemical counter agent. And red spore samples. Oh, wonderful. Okay, got the back door open. That's what matters. Oof.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant? Employees here don't seem to survive that long.
Yes. Tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Let's start with how you ended up trapped in there.
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination.
A visionary lab like this gets to set its own agenda, right?
Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver.
Fine. All right, tell me about all of this innovative science you're working on.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
You must be visionary scientists to succeed in such a haphazard fashion.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. We're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
I'd rather not relive the details.
Suppose that's fine, although it eschews my penchant for thorough data collection. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
I'm sure your subordinates find that attitude quite inspiring.
As you're now one of them, I'll take that as a compliment. But enough glad-handing me. Regarding what we need, well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Doubtlessly.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
Sorry, I barely know my tibia from my fibia.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
I'd still like to know more about your program.
Oh, my favorite topic. By all means, fire away.
Well, first off, this building doesn't look like typical Auntie's Choice construction.
Yes, the Protectorate formerly utilized it for seed storage or something equally prosaic. Nothing as provocative as groundbreaking research. Anything else before we set to it?
It's odd. I could swear that I already got a bunch of these options here. What exactly do you study here?
Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora and fauna in development of commercial products and proprietary methods. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway.
Oh my god. Alright, fine. What do we need to do?
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
All findings from the expedition doesn't tell me much. How about some details?
I need all the particulars and analysis from the expedition put onto a data cartridge and brought back, along with fresh spores. Both will be key in the formulation of an antidote. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire.
Great, I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Great. Have fun continuing to shit in the corner with your little canid friend there. Alright, so I have the spore samples necessary. I didn't realize that's what I was picking up previously. And I need the chemical counteragent. Well, now that that discussion is over... Sometimes that's how Will comes off when he's talking about something he really knows about. Like, oh, I thought you all had doctorates in this. I don't know if I should be complimented or insulted by that. Flattered or insulted. There we go. Insert Futurama head in a jar image. God. At least he has a pooping buddy. God. Okay. Save.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still.
Oh, for God's sake. Bad knees. Years spent crouching have really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak, but as long as you can stay crouched, as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Effects plus 50% crouch speed. Crouching emits a 10-meter radius sound that hostiles can hear and investigate. My God.
We ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Okay, journal. You've collected the red spore samples. Search for a way into the renovated grain silo mentioned in by the lab supervisor. Renovated grain silo. Okay. Product Envisioner Onsbury requested that all the findings and research expedition into a data cartridge. So, another structure on the grounds here. Oh, it's this one over here. Okay. I think I can just run away and then skirt the whole facility to figure it out. Also, I heard Bethesda's Todd Howard wants to put his brain in a robo-brain. Oh, for God. Not a doctorate in the Outer Worlds too, apparently. Hmm.
Been tetchy about, oh, damn near whatever, for hours!
It's like doing my best to not get spotted here. Wondering if the NPCs can actually wander away.
Great waves of umbrage rolling right through me. Perpetually!
A dead lab worker. Unarmed. Could be they were trying to interfere with the others, but to what end?
Okay. Memo to staff. I, your humble product envisioner, want to thank every single one of you, every single one among you today. When we first arrived into this facility, it was literally a barn. It was literally a barn in here. We'd seized from the Protectorate a modest-use agricultural landholding, a rundown old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island? Let me tell you, I did, because I believed in you. You did because of your deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we make audacious advances. Lab note. So this next batch of samples could be interesting. They were taken from the nearby spire with a distinct red color. Its color comes from the species of red plant indigenous in that area. To release many of these red spores which color the surrounding landscape, it releases many of the red spores which color the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on Paradise Island. I have them laid out for our initial examinations, which I'll commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all the raw data from our analysis for the so far to memorialize it, per standard practice. I must say, what I've seen so far is both curious and rather intriguing. Confidential memo to all local managers. As you are all aware, our important work here at the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel who've become a liability on our quarterly reports. Normally, I would transfer such resource-draining employees to the front line, to frontline combat, yet that is not an action with hostilities. Yet that is not an option with hostilities at a standstill. Rather than further demote these sluggards and sycophants to even less industrious positions, I appealed to their base natures by inviting each to participate in a promotion acceleration program, PAP, ostensibly a series of outdoor skill-building exercises located at spires around the island, with the promise of molding these select staff members into VP material. In reality, PAP's 5 hazardous wilderness exercises leverage participant ineptitude to achieve maximum mortality. Wow. Here, I've given you a job that you'll probably die at, and I hope that you do. I am confident PAP will offload our most irksome personnel as as insurance policy. The final activity is set on the northern tip of the northern island, an area infested with corporate Raptidon assets turned feral. Your cooperation in concealing this ruse is much appreciated and also mandatory. Envisioned by Omid. God. Gotta bounce. See you later. Hey, it was nice to have you along for the ride, NB. Enjoy the rest of your day. When are you supposed to stop? 3 Eastern? Thereabouts, I think. Because I have meetings from 1 to 2 and can't nag you until after. Well, as it stands, I have about an hour and a half of streaming left minimum. So, can't you throw distractions? I don't know if distractions are something that you can do in this game. All right, we'll download the data. return to the route. Okay, looks like we're finished here.
Never recognized, never commended. Don't be resentful. Wouldn't anybody be? A profusion of reasons why. Ask anyone.
Okay. Well, that was a successful run into that shack and then back. I didn't expect that to go so swimmingly. Come on, you two. Get in here. Okay. We can save again.
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our fieldwork progressing?
Yeah, I've got the data cartridge and a fresh spore sample.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom.
Chemical counteragent.
Insert that data cartridge for me. In the...
I get a strangely bad feeling about this.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
Guessing you're not overly surprised about the effects of this chemical agent.
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. But it's only a matter of time.
And how much trouble do you think you'll be in after this outbreak is done with?
Oh, this might work out yet. And he may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Ah, there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
Okay. This formulator is well... Oh, wow. Okay. This formulator is well worn and has been routinely used to combine various chemical substances. With the right ingredients, it can be used to synthesize an antidote for the homicidally irritable behavior affecting personnel in and around the lab. Perfect.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
Yes, but I'm afraid it will cost you more.
Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance.
We have ourselves a deal.
Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Okay, cool. What a wonderful individual he is. An escape suit, an Adrena Supreme Boom Starter Plus, and a Heartless Lephoria. How interesting.
I trust you'll see yourself out.
He's such a wonderful individual. Hello, RB. How you doing? Will, are you bald? I've been losing my hair since I was 18. Just the way that it's been. Is this Fallout? Is this a Fallout 2 remake? No, this is the Outer Worlds 2.
Mind your own business interests.
What is this? Internal correspondence. Mind your backside. Look, you're new here and desire to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying, don't be so quick to seek Omsbury's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous notice. Wear disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming. Specifically, a unique reaction between the red spore combined with their preservative-rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the Raptidon chow we used to feed them or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 110% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Weird interchange. Had kind of a weird interchange with Omsbury today. After our morning assembly, he made a remark about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent from testing into the Panpharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Like, instead of the spectrometer it was meant... How it literally blew up in someone's face. But then a rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. What? It's not a mistake, he said, if someone else takes the blame. I don't know. Guess he is the boss instead of guess he is the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes. But if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, bet I know who will be to blame. Anyway, I informed him about the field team's findings and your conclusion about the rap's aggressiveness. Seems real excited about it, actually. Like, he just heard news about a promotion, but been weirdly lingering around the microwave ever since. Made up persona. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks. But if you can't be one, you need to be the other. You need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Omsbury is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title, totally of his own devising. That's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives, and yeah, learn what you can in the meantime. Nothing else here. Hello? Whoa. Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay, no. Your backside is wet, Ratchet. You just finished pissing in the box. Oh, God, you got it on me. Hang on. I'm gonna go visit the bathroom and wash myself now. Whew, I've returned. Whew. Rip Strife, November 24. Wait, what? What are you talking about? What nonsense is this all about? So sorry for that long break. I could go into the details, but it wouldn't be pretty. No, Ratchet. No. There's no lap for you here. You just got piss on me. Thought you died on the crapper? No, I am not someone who takes a small amount of time whenever I need to use the necessities, that's all. Let's go ahead and get a refill on coffee. Part of the reason why I took such a long break. The coffee. Hello? Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Oh, you sweet boy. Hello, Harker. There's another cat in the room. Oh. The cats are very, very active today. They're noisy, they want my attention, they're circling like sharks. I don't know why. It's not like I have any food. It's not like it's feeding time or anything. Where's Harker? He's down here. The thing is, you can't pick Harker up. Harker is a cat who does not want to be handled in any capacity. It's hard to do more than just pet him on the top of his head. So, you know, he is, he's all claws, and he's ready to fight at all times, even whenever he's being all nice. He's not very great with claw etiquette. So I can move the camera around to show off Harker every once in a while. He's moved on now. But other than that, that's it. Hello, Ratchet. I can give you your kibble, but I don't want you on my lap right now. There you go, boy. Okay. Let's correct the camera back to where it was. Oof. Oops. Okay, done with that. Probably should have spoken to the guy about some of the things. Nope, I can't talk to him about the information that I discovered. I should have discovered the information previously. Like, it would have been much to my benefit if I had done such a thing in that manner.
This place was quite the scene when we arrived. Any idea what happened?
So what? There's no like PTSD for the people
Gotta
who
take
are...
a wild guess and presume that industrial macrowave is the cause for the biomatter splattered hereabouts. Don't think I want the details.
So, like, are none of the NPCs here like, oh god, what have I done? What have I done? I remember everything. Didn't know that I could use a lab keycard like that. Have you tried the biomass pistol? Its reload animation is funny. You know what? I have not. Let's swap them out. Give it a shot. Ah, yes, the person that somebody shot dead right where they stood. Did I miss anything? No, not really. I just did a sexy strip show. Sorry, and I deleted the video already, so you don't get to watch it. You know. So you know, sorry, you missed that. But other than that, you didn't miss anything. Flesh tuber? He fell asleep in the toilet? God. Oh my word. Yeah, I'm reminded of a pictures of a cat who like curled up inside of a bidet. And it's like, yeah, the cat like he sleeps in the bidet. Flesh tuber is just another term for streamers who show their actual selves on stream. Let's check my journal again. There's not a lot left for me to do.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where if each
Most of the other streamers I watch are VTubers. That is more mild sounding. He's old school fleshy. I am fleshy. And there are certain parts of my fleshy that I really like fleshing out. If you know what I mean. That's not even thinly veiled. Doesn't need to be thinly veiled. Sometimes no veiling is necessary. Does Tev consider herself a VTuber since she has a model? I suppose that does technically make Tev a VTuber. I don't know if she considers herself one. But she most certainly qualifies. It's not even thinly veiled. Please retry. Alright. Unzips. Let's fast travel over here. What kind of streamers do I watch? Would you be surprised to learn that I don't really watch a lot of streams because I'm busy whenever I'm not streaming? Well, ones that threaten to expose themselves. Wait, what? I was making a joke? No. No. Jokes? Those don't exist. If you were reincarnated in Skyrim, would you fuck a Hagraven or Sheogorath? Gonna try to stay away from both of those, if I'm being entirely honest. Both sound like a bad time. One, I'm not a monster fucker. Okay, I'm not. Two, having relations with gods tends to end poorly.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
Can I just walk up to the front door?
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them. Halt! What's an Auntie's choice monstrosity doing here? Have you come to spy? So confusion and disruption, I'll not have it.
Good, 'cause I ain't bringing it. Though if you're that desperate to test my patience, by all means, keep it up.
Patience. As if you infiltrators possess as much, feverishly raising our lands wherever you go. You are fortunate that I've been ordered not to open fire unless fired upon.
They never listen to sound advice, do they?
Some folk are dead set on going their way, even if it's straight out an airlock.
I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent.
Did those hanged corpses also attempt to trespass and trample?
Yes. They are corporate degenerates who threatened our dominion and way of being. When we captured them, we hanged them as a warning. Now the capitalist scourge's advancement has ended. Their morale is shattered, and they do not dare encroach. I dare say this spectacle served its purpose well. If you are an enemy of the Protectorate, you will be judged. May we all take heed of such a warning.
Well, at the risk of disrupting your little armistice, I need to cross the bridge. Let me?
Out of the question. Must I repeat myself? If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation.
And what does he do once he finds them?
Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall.
Then he has strayed from the paradigm. But you and I have not. Let's help each other.
So, you are a true believer. Why, in our matriarch's name would you not have said so earlier? You are exactly right. The paradigm upholds our social order, unity and respect above all. Surely you now understand my conundrum in the face of such blatant misinterpretation of our creeds. Might I call on you to fulfill your duty and uphold the sovereign's justice? I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
This is exactly the manner of depravity we mean to free these folk from. I know we gotta cross the bridge, but there must be an alternative. One that don't involve an executioner.
Wow, you can just hand her over. Jeez. Maybe. Who are these traitors that you're after?
I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida Rutledge, a worker at Spire Grove. I once had utmost respect for her. We were, oh, damn it all, we were friends. When the Grove went silent during the invasion, I assumed she'd fought to the death as any subject would. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. Such treachery is unconscionable.
Ida's dead. She sabotaged the Grove's harvester for the Protector cause.
What? How do you know this?
Found a letter stating her intent. Also her severed arm.
Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. Unfortunately, there are reports of the harvester having been repaired in the wake of her sabotage. Though her triumph may not have endured, it was a good effort nonetheless. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism.
I'm, happy for you. Who's next on your list?
The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintrot of Westport. He is, unfortunately, my cousin, and most assuredly a disgrace to our line. He too failed to die defending his home during the invasion alongside the other residents of Westport. They'll be seen to in time. But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. Are these orders clear?
I met Charlton. He's definitely odd, but he seems harmless. Are you sure?
Anyone who allowed the enemy to overrun their land is a traitor. So yes, my dear cousin must answer for his crimes. Now go on, seek out Charlton and send him here, if you wish to cross the bridge. But beware if you step out of line. Other subjects may not be so generous with their deal-making as I. Farewell.
How unpleasant. Okay, well, I was hopeful that the credentials that I got from Fairfield would actually result in me being able to cross the bridge, but clearly the person, that guard on the bridge, is not respectful of anybody in Fairfield. So. Oh my word, this discussion. Discussions of cloaca. I didn't see this coming. Unexpected. Okay, so let's try crossing this bridge over here. This seems a reasonable option, or a reasonable alternative. I need to find the road and follow it in the other direction. Luckily, there are no mines on the road. Very thankful for that. What else are we looking for here? Oh, wait a minute. I've been through this area. Yeah, I already went through this. Okay. You're just educating? You're just educating? Sounds like the education of a monster fricker. It all depends on if the monster can consent. A pertinent question needing answers. Okay, so we have... It's odd, I could have sworn that I looted everything around here. We have this Zeranium thing in the way, but I now have a shield for it. Stratus being mean to me. Sup, can't stay. I heard monster fucker and had to. Okay. Let's activate this and let's see if we can make it across the Zeranium field. I know that this almost certainly will not work, but I have to try anyway. Oh boy. Well, it's getting me there. Imperfect as it may be. Strife is being mean to me. Of course he is. I don't deserve this abuse. I'm only teasing. I'm not being mean. Healing Zeranium exposure. You've been exposed to Zeranium. As you gain Zeranium exposure, your max toxicity is decreased, reducing your ability to use the medical inhaler without crashing. Visit a doctor in town to remove the Zeranium exposure. God damn, man. Ooh-wee. Okay, my Zeranium exposure has definitely... It's definitely up now. But I've got a fast travel point, so I can kind of cheat my way around the game. So now, I can go back to Fairfield, I think? No, I can go back to the robotics department, I think. Yeah, and I can get, God, this image. Step on me, auntie. Alright, let's talk with the doctor in here. She should be able to do something about my uranium poisoning. Wherever she is, anyway. Ah, medical. Here we go.
Ah, you're back. And you've been cavorting with Zeranium again, by the looks of things.
I could use some medical treatment.
Certainly. There is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials.
Here. Can cover the cost.
All right, then. Hold perfectly still. There. All better. Was there anything else you needed?
No, I think that's everything. Alright. Uranium poisoning removed. We can just fast travel right back. Convenience. I hope I haven't been too teasy today. Go ahead and take these pills. Don't bully NB. They are innocent. I think it's accurate to say that NB, you are mildly innocent, not truly innocent. But I do have to go in about to that meeting in 7. When are you stopping today? When am I stopping today is a good question. I have to stop in roughly, well, my normal stopping time is about a half hour. Those are big pills and they went down awkward. Okay. What's the story with this place? Transition to Skycutter A102. What is this place? That's what I would call a strange and bizarre looking building. Hose before bros. No gag reflex though? God. I have a gag reflex. I've been taking what are effectively horse pills for years on end because of my my condition. So I'm not interested in going inside of that facility right now. I'm going to continue to explore the island. There's still so much to find. Ooh, how nice. I don't want to eat anything right now, but man, it feels like it feels like that pill is stuck in the back of my throat. It's probably not, but best thing I can do is just eat something and hope it pushes whatever's in my throat. Whores pills? That explains a lot. Who's bullying who now? Of course, the pills ensure that Strife is never too sexy for his shirt. I'm defending myself. I can't be too certain of that statement there, Envy. Using the Halo emote does not necessarily absolve you. The Protectorate are utterly just missing. NB is totally innocent. Oh, I mean, I don't believe this. I don't think it's true.
Best keep our lamps lit.
Well, that's an interesting reload animation.
Anyone else? Here, a medic! Back in business.
Well, that is an interesting gun. I'm not abundantly certain that I care for this gun, but it is an interesting gun. What is this? 16 times 3. Does a lot of damage, though. 41 times 4. My god. Triple barrel shotgun. Let's give this a shot, yeah? Because of my skill set, it carries 2 extra shots. And with that, goodbye for now. Harumph. Take care. Take care, NB. I won't be looting that. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Gluttony. Food, food, food. You don't let a single bite or drop go to waste. Your food and drink now heal more, but you move a bit slower in combat. I'm gonna have to reject that one. I don't want to be moving slower in combat than I already do. I find myself often enough being like, oh, I need to move. I need to run away. Run away. That is my job.
The Sovereign provides, the system
What?
provides.
Liquidator!
There you are.
Trouble ahead.
I like this gun. We're not here for this type of a fight shootout, okay? We're gonna stick to the back roads. We're leaving. We're leaving. No more combat. We're leaving.
Looks like a fight.
Oh boy, that's Raptidons.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Listen, we're not getting in the middle of this. Listen, we're the enemy of both of them. We shouldn't be trying to... You guys are morons. I can't believe you freaking did this.
Hey, give me go get. Back in business.
Whew. More unlooted Crabble corpses. It's never ending, really. There you. Smack the oats. Damn. Locked tight up. Doesn't look like there's much of anything in there to begin with. I thought I was done smashing crabble eggs. Evidently I'm not. Smash the windows? Not an option, sadly. The game doesn't work that way. So I think our goal is to go around the beach and try to find that matriarch. This isn't giving me pause at all, just a whole bunch of dead Raptidons up here. Holy moly. What are you doing here?
Ah, you finally arrived.
Yes, I have arrived, but finally? I'm fairly sure I'm not the person you were expecting.
Indeed, that seems to be the case. I mistook you for a different individual. You have my apologies.
A fishing buddy?
Military personnel, preferably the kind who can provide me with updated orders, and decidedly not with, nor in the presence of, anyone who has ever been associated with Auntie's choice personnel.
I ended my association with Aunties of my own accord, if that makes you feel better. Ain't here to do you harm.
Or so you say. I gathered that you weren't here to fight just by looking at you. Otherwise, we wouldn't be engaged in polite conversation. And as a loyal subject, it is my honor to continue to perform my assignment as per my orders, even if the duration of my assignment here has been considerable.
What are you doing here? Fishing? Were your orders to find where to catch the best fish?
I am procuring my rations from the populace of local aquatic fauna using a simple baited trap and the mechanical leverage afforded by a rod. Fishing. Bah.
Well, you've been assigned to such a peaceful post. Others would jump at the opportunity.
Those who would when there's a war to fight are not worthy of being called soldiers of the Protectorate. I wish to once again take the fight to Antes alongside my fellows. However, my wishes are irrelevant against the needs of the Protectorate and my assigned duties. Additionally, it would do my heart some good to know that my warden and assigned squad companions are well.
Sounds to me like you're worried you've been forgotten.
The Protectorate does not forget its own. Ever. If I have not received new orders, then I am precisely where I'm intended to be. I'll not hear more of such nonsense. Good day.
Okie dokie then, bro. You just keep telling yourself that you haven't been forgotten back here on the ass end of the island. Now, if I look at my map here, either this, or like, supposedly there's like, I'm picking up those like audio logs from people who have been sent out to do a bunch of dumb exercises. So presumably, if I follow the northern coast, I should still be able to find them. Somewhere.
There you are. Beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. Finally! This any way to treat the sole graduate of Auntie's promotion acceleration program? After I outlasted all them other candidates, left them at the spires in various stages of rigor mortis, spread across a dozen raptidon gizzards, I'm worn thin, shaky on my land legs after that raft trip, but otherwise raring for my reward for finishing the program. I assume you have the paperwork?
That program rings a bell, but I have nothing to do with it.
You're not from Product Envisioner Ormsby? Fine. Guess I'll cool my heels on the beach a bit longer. Good thing I'm good at doing nothing. Been doing it my whole anti-career. Until Ormsby handpicked me for the program. Shirked my way through every skill-building activity while my cohorts got chewed up and spit out. Even that self-promoter Cutshall. Self-demoted to the briny deep after he slipped off his rubbish raft. I'm the sole survivor. Total validation of my relaxed work ethic.
Oh! Yeah, I read Omsbury's memo about the program. You know it's just a ruse to get you killed, right?
Har har. I think the only graduate of the Promotion Acceleration Program knows a little bit more about it than you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm still a mite seasick. Think I'll take this opportunity to vomit, then get back to what I do best.
Can't say that I haven't tried. Oh, she is actually vomiting. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Of all the people that I expected to survive the little trip out here, it was not her.
You see anybody from the promotion program, tell them they better get here quick. Think my seasickness is the only thing keeping the rats away.
Well then. What a wondrous time. What a wondrous time to still somehow be alive, right? Yes. The beauty!
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Oh boy.
Knew you had my back.
Hook me up. I'd do it for you. Back in business.
Love the sound design of the triple barrel. I can't blame you. It's really satisfying. Like holy wow and moly, you know? It's got a really satisfying sound, not only from the blast, but also to the reload sound. It's particularly satisfying. Okay, so I'm pretty certain that this is gonna lead me to the matriarch. This cave up here. Let's check up around the corner here first, though. Hello, Ratchet. Meow, meow.
Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here. But they sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that.
Alright, here we go.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Whoop. And it's down. Hello, Ratchet. Oh, boy, this is a hell of a cave that I've stumbled into here.
Keep howling. We're coming for you.
One heck of a cave system. There you go.
Vitals looking to Mike marginal. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention.
How do you know so much about these creatures?
Traveled on a ship all the way from Tau Ceti with an entire herd. Saw how the trainers handled them, or didn't. I learned best through observation. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals.
You could mix the pheromone with nebulum. Make the matriarch a little woozy and confused.
Oh, not a lot of people know about the hallucinogenic properties of nebulium. Enhanced soldiers keep a vial in case we're captured. That renders us pretty useless to torturers. Let me think. Yeah, 3 parts pheromone and 2 parts nebulium ought to do it. Use that as the lure and the matriarch won't know what hit her. Ready for this?
No, but I get the sense you'll get started anyways.
I'm eager, so sue me. Except maybe don't. I ain't got so much as 50 bits to my name. All right, let's do this.
Why are you
Let
leaping
me handle this.
God damn it. Like, I'm so close to dead, and you immediately are like, hey, I'm gonna...
Lay low, Commander.
Yeah, well, it's kind of your fault that I'm in this situation in the first place. Well, there you go. Idiotic fucking follower. let you guys deal with that so that I can, like, I don't know, maybe not immediately be hurled into a fight that I'm not ready for.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together.
I run away.
See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. Trev, you know how a matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't come. Oh, let me. Ready for this? I'm eager. So, all right. Looks like a fight.
Oh, you just teleported me right into the fight. Oh, thank you so much, you stupid NPC.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Armed and ready.
Commander, watch your vitals. Not getting up without help, Commander!
I'm not surviving this.
That's the limb. Bring it here, would ya?
Oh, you couldn't have just been, like, patient whenever we were, like, supposed to start this battle? I'll talk to you whenever I'm not angry with you anymore, Inez. I swear. Another high security lockbox. How unexpected.
Law, look at this part. That's twice the muscle mass of a Raptidon hunter. Undamaged nerve endings? Even the coloration's to my liking. Can't ever discount the aesthetics. You're no slouch, you know that? If we had more soldiers with your talent, we would have taken Eden months ago.
I appreciate the compliment.
You earned it. Whenever you're ready, we should head back to Fairfield. Have a word with Doc Tinsley now that I have both the skeleton and matriarch specimens. In honesty, I don't know which one I should ask Doc to patch me up with. Can't go wrong with either, but one could be the better choice. If you've got an opinion, I'm keen to hear it.
What can each graph do?
The material we harvested from the skeleton crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. And the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. I'd be able to close the distance and heal you up without the enemy noticing.
Yeah, sleep on it. No need to rush the decision.
All right. But Doc Tinsley will need an answer once we meet with her. Lots to think about.
All right, what are we looking at in the back of the caves here? Oh, hello.
Huh. This drainage pipe must be coming right from the Vox relay. They're lucky the Raps ain't chewed their way through yet.
They're not the smartest, that's for certain. Oh, spit me back out at the entrance. What do you? How unexpected. Infiltrate the Vox relay. Present writ at the Vox relay's front gate. Saboteur of Paradise. So if I could get around to the front gate, I might be able to, like, sneaking in is a fine option. There's nothing wrong with that. But doing the front gate might make a bit more sense. So let's fast travel back to the Sky Cut. And I haven't gone into the Sky Cut yet either, so may as well give it a shot, right? Now is probably a good place to make a save. Yeah, it was up this elevator again. Go. Things are looking kind of rough around here. Protectorate Sky Mine. A Protectorate Sky Mine seems to have survived its fall to the back to Paradise Island. Its exterior is pitted and scarred, but its core still hums with energy. The valuable inner workings can be disassembled for valuable parts by a steady and skilled hand. Brilliant. Explosives or engineering. You know what? How about we just don't set the thing off? I think that that's a pretty good place to start. What do we have over here?
Why choose just
Prisoner
any choice when you could choose
3498939-3A.
Andy's choice?
There is no place for you in the Paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protectorate.
No! Wait, I beg of you! I was just afraid of Montelli! He's taken leave of his mental faculties! His way is no longer that of the Sovereign! Why can't you see that?
Quiet, traitor. At least honor the Sovereign by dying with a modicum of dignity. Were I not better informed, I'd assume you were Auntie's choice.
Invasive elements!
Ready to waste them on your command.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. Well, that wasn't what I expected to have come to pass, but it did. What's this? Paradise Island Treasonous Activity Report. Today we caught a subject as they fled from our base. We believe they had an accomplice, although we're still working to verify this. The subject claimed that Brigadier Montelli was out of control and they were simply afraid of him. No loyal subject who performs their duties as instructed has anything to fear from their superiors, even if Brigadier Montelli has recently increased security protocols. Normally, an individual who is guilty of such a crime would be given an option of extended mental refreshment in light of their otherwise spotless service record. However, Brigadier Montelli has dictated that any type of treason on Paradise Island is to be punished by immediate execution. Praise the Sovereign. Ah, yay.
They're stringing up their own people. Sick bastards.
Suspicious.
Oh, these damned bodies. Why can't we just bury the lot of them? Oh, even my damned hammer I politely request you cease defiling the corpses of our fallen brethren. Area's off limits. Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday, and my shift only goes for 3 more hours. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging all these corpses is beyond my capabilities, and I certainly need no distractions. What is it you want? Is that you there? Why do you have an Auntie's Choice abomination in tow?
Careful now. You're speaking to a soldier who could put one between your eyes at 100 paces back. Lucky for you, I'm here in good faith.
Ugh, no matter. I cannot afford to worry over you. I have a grave number of bodies to hang and not enough time to hang them. Now, what is it that you want?
By the authority of Hogarth's writ of conscription, you report to me. You report to me. Now, let me pass.
Vigilant Hogarth sent you? I wish I could help, but he's been named a traitor. These credentials might as well be stained in Protectorate blood. That being said, I am from Westport. If Hogarth trusts you, let's just say I'm willing to listen. The Brigadier sees enemies everywhere, sappers in every shadow. Approaching him under questionable license is to risk being shot. It's too dangerous for us both.
You've said it yourself. Hogarth's trustworthy, and his orders are valid. Please, let me in.
While it pains me to act in what might be contrary to the Brigadier's personal conviction, I do believe the Sovereign would expect me to honor the Vigilance Station. Still, I can't simply have you saunter through the gates. It would cause a terrible stir. Though there must be a way. The gibbets. There is little view of who's within them, so I can use them to haul you into the station without notice. I won't lock them, so you can free yourself once inside.
Before we proceed, I'm looking for an Augustine de Veers. I believe she worked here.
I remember her. She and I occasionally met to take pot shots at the local crabba population. She worked on the command floor. There's a chance she lingers, quietly continuing her work. Or she could be dead. Regardless, it has been quite some time since I saw her.
So... Alright. So posing as a corpse is my only way inside? Not very dignified.
You may leave, or you may be carried within the walls. The choice is yours.
Well, that's going to require a bit of preparation before we can go, so I'll be back.
Remember, the Sovereign sees all. May his grace be upon you.
You are approaching a restricted estate.
Sneaky grass. Alright, well, as much as I loathe to, I think this is where I stop today. It's been an experience once more with the Outer Worlds. Alright, chat, you've been quite lovely to have around for my exploits here. No telling if I'll get around to another extra stream this week of specifically the Outer Worlds. But regardless, I hope that you guys have a good week and enjoy whatever it is that you get yourself up to. How many squats do we have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 of them. Okay, we have 30 squats today. Let me go ahead and just prep the music. I don't want to blow your ears out. Whoop. Go down to the bottom of the list. Okay. 30 squats, and it's a done deal. Ugh. Let's see how fast I can do these. Here we go. Oh, good. Squats. Have a good one, everyone. Strike being a good boy. Go get food. Yes. Yes, I will. Oh, right. I should stop the music. Whew. Oh, thanks for the stream. Take care. Yeah, everybody, you take care and enjoy the rest of your week. As for me, I'm out. Maybe you'll see me again for another extra stream. Later.